Greetings everyone, this is LiminalityCarb, and we are back with more East 1. Last time, we washed up on a beach, got healed, apparently were asleep for a long time, but we made our way up to the town of Vienna, got ourselves some equipment, new sword, new armor, and a shield, and were asked to go to the village of Zapik on our way to the mountain shrine in the north to find the Book of Ys, or a Book of Ys. With that, we're going to now make our way up north. And remember, something I didn't do, which is equip the shield. As you see, Adel now has a shield. Alright. South is Vienna, north is Zapik, 9 Krimele, and Rastin Village is 7 Krimele away. Man, I kind of also forgot how gruesome some of the deaths are. Like, that was... He was just decapitated and turned into, like... He was gibbed from 2 slashes of a sword. But, as I mentioned last time, combat is... or levels and gear are very important in these games. So, as I run into enemies, if I can easily take them out, I'm going to try to take them out. Because I want as much experience as I can, and it gives me money each time I kill them, and it's fairly quick and easy to do. Like, it's one of the reasons why I actually do enjoy the bump combat system in this game. Because it just helps flow, because you can continue moving forward and attack things at the same time. The Peak Village is to the north. Rastin Mine is also still to the north, and south is Vienna. Oh, now we got a new enemy, but that dog, didn't really stand up to me. Let's see, over to the west is not a place I need to go. Oh no, I killed the pickard! That turned into other lots of tiny pickards! I wasn't expecting the pickard to turn into other tiny pickards. I forgot about that. Hi, pickard. I'm gonna actually let you live. Actually, how much... You're worth 1 experience and 1 gold. Yeah, the pickers are not worth killing. I am exploring a bit too much. We should actually make our way to Zapik Village. So I need to go back east, and then Zapik is to the north. As you can see, though, I keep on attacking. That's Rastin Mine. We do not want to go there yet. But as you see, I generally try to attack things by coming at them from an angle. It just ends up being the easier way for me to actually line up an attack. This is the mine. I don't want the mine. But it makes it easier for me to line up an attack versus just trying to be slightly off-center from them. And hey, we get another level. East Zapik Village, 3 Krimele. So we've got 3 kilometers left to go. And to the north for Zapik Village. As a note, though, there is this area to the south. It'll become very important later, but just to show, there is this... Actually, there is something over here I think I want to get now. Unless I'm thinking of another East game. Yep, here we go. A chest with a bestiary potion. Items. Potion blessed by a priest. Gives insight on defeated enemies. Trying to remember how... Okay, so that... Okay, that brings me up to that immediately. I remember how you use this potion. Oh, right, you can hold the button to walk if you want to. Which, I guess can help a little bit. There we go! Hal drank the potion and felt more deeply aware of the threats around him. So, drinking the potion makes it so you now see stats of all the enemies that you're attacking. And it is a permanent thing, so there's no reason not to there's really no reason not to do it. Now then, as you see here, you can equip items, and Sarah's Crystal, we're going to need to have equipped for later. Before I head to the Peak Village, though, I'm going to head down this way. Just want to confirm whether or not there is anything else over here of note. Probably won't be, but it is still worth checking. Ray Bolt, there we go. And yeah, the more you kill them... Hey, I found a Rototree. Enjoy how giant it is, but there's nothing to do with the Rototree at this point. I did want to show that it is over here. Anyway, as you kill more and more enemies, the bestiary information in the bottom right gets more and more filled out. So if you remember, when we were first killing the Ray Bulls, it only told us that they had 12 defense. It didn't tell us that they had 21 HP. But now we have HP, and as we kill more, it'll eventually tell us what its attack stat is. And as a note, I ended up going through this game without using the bestiary potion the first time, so I'm going to actually enjoy seeing the information of all the enemies that I'm killing in the bottom right corner for this playthrough. And there we go, now we saw its strength. Granted, the moment I ran into that oak rot, I couldn't see it anymore, but you get the idea. And as you see, sometimes I'm just running head-on. If you run head-on, you do get an attack, but the monster will hit you back as well. Just like that. Right now, they're doing almost nothing to me because of my level, so it's not too bad. Now, we made our way to the Peak Village. When I was young, I used to archive historical documents. One of them tells of 2 goddesses who saved the country from a great cataclysm. If such goddesses truly existed, we wouldn't have to live in fear of those accursed monsters. I'd like to think that if the monsters are real, then surely the goddesses are too. When I woke up this morning, my husband, Luda, was gone. He was probably sleepwalking again. Where on earth could he be this time? I hope he hasn't wandered too near the monster's nesting grounds. Luda's disappeared again. He can be so thoughtless sometimes. His lovely wife is quite worried about him. I wish I had a cute girlfriend who'd worry about me if I suddenly vanished. Mayor is acting quite suspect. He keeps wandering around the village, muttering something under his breath. Something about giving the thieves everything he owns, and hoping that's enough. What is that all about? A strange old woman named Gemma lives in this village. When I was young, she told me all about the history of Hysteria. Long ago, this was a bigger, lovelier country, ruled by 2 goddesses. If you're looking to hear more, you should talk to her. I'm sure she'll be happy to prattle about it to someone new. Back in my mining days, I once came across an old chamber filled with light, and therein I saw the most beautiful statues of 2 goddesses. It felt sacred, like I was looking on the guardian spirits of the mine. Since then, we miners have been praying every day. One day, one of the goddess's statues just disappeared without a trace. We all took that to be an omen, but what does it mean? The other statue was holding a big black pearl. It should still be down there, but with all the monsters, I'm not about to go check. I'd love to see that statue again, but I could never survive in there. Perhaps you could, though. Oh, young man, where did you come from? Ah, from Barbados. You know Dr. Bluto, then? Good, good. I have something to tell you, but you must promise you will not let the villagers know about it. Will you keep this conversation between us? Yeah, okay. The village's charm of protection, the silver bell, has been stolen by thieves. I desperately want to get it back. If worse comes to worse, I'll pay any price the thieves may ask. Will you negotiate with them on my behalf? I'd ask the villagers, but they simply mustn't know of this. Yeah, sure. You'll do it. Thank you so much. The Thieves Den is north of the village, on the mountain road. If you meet their leader, please tell him I'll pay whatever price he asks for the bell. I'm counting on you, young sir. Alright, say anything else. And again, please don't let the villagers know the silver bell has been stolen. They'll panic. If you remember, someone said that this village was being protected by a mystical chime. Right, you're telling me about the goddess statues in the mines. Sarah's crystal. I see. So you're the swordsman Sarah has been seeking all this time. You intend to find the Book of East within the shrine, do you? I believe you'll be needing this key, then. We got the key to the shrine. The ruins atop the mountain were once known as Solomon's Shrine. If one of the Books of East is there, it will no doubt be somewhere in the shrine's lower levels. The entrance to the lower levels is well hidden, but that crystal will show you the way. Virtually anything may await you in there, though. Make certain you're well prepared before you go. Same thing. Okay. Well, we've got a key and been told, be ready for anything in the shrine. You should keep away from the shrine at the mountain. They say it's haunted by hooded ghouls. Those who enter the shrine are doomed to never return again. Alright, you're just saying the same thing again. Everyone hates the thieves, but their leader, Gobin, is really a great man. Once, when I was under attack, he came to my aid. Saved my life, he did. If you ever get the chance, you really should talk to him. Well, we've been asked to go talk to the thieves. Unugon. New enemy type. But thankfully, with the extra level I gained, they aren't too bad. I am actually possibly going to want to go back to Miena Village before I actually enter this shrine, though. I am going to want to pick up the, some items from Pim's shop. Come on. Thank you. Come on. There we go. I also don't know if I checked out everything in Zapik Village, but we'll check that out more as well when we head back. But first, we're going down the mountain path a little bit more. They have less defense than the wolves, I think. And we're at the Thieves Den, which, if you remember, is also the base of Darm Tower. Morgan the Thief. Not saying anything to me. Neither is Lugan. Adol pushed against the door, but it did not budge, nor did there seem to be any keyhole. What will you do? Talk to the boss. You're either brave or stupid, kid. Why have you come here? Don't tell me you actually came here to hunt us down, all by yourself. What do you mean we're rampaging through the city, stealing everybody's silver? That's some kind of joke? You got it all wrong, kid. Believe it or not, there really is honor among thieves. We only steal from those who make their money by the blood and sweat of honest workers. If it's stolen silver you're after, look around you. Not a trace of it here. All of ours was stolen too. If we ever find the culprit, he's going to pay dearly. You can be sure of that. Alright. Negotiate. Huh? Who told you that we stole the silver bell? I'm afraid you're misinformed. We know how important the silver bell is to the people of Zapik. Stealing that would break the villagers' hearts, and that's something we would never do. So he doesn't have the bell, and that chest is empty. Yep, nothing new. You're free to doubt us, but that doesn't change the fact that we're innocent. I think the part that I skipped was him saying, believe what you want to. Oh, and these two are talking to us now. Darm's Tower is swarming with monsters. Some are even equipped with swords and armor. It's sickening. If I were to go in there, I'd probably just let my muscle impulses take over and try not to think. Alright, what do you say? That damn bandit keeps turning up in the weirdest places. Asteria's not that big of a country. There can only be so many places one can hide. So why the hell is he so hard to catch? That is a good question. Well, we're going to make our way back to Vienna and buy a wing, as I mentioned. But we're also going to kill things along the way. Get some more gold. If you notice, we're at 1,300 already. How much are these guys giving? They're giving, okay, about 25? Yeah, 25 each. So not a lot, but it adds up very quickly, as you can see. And let me check, was there any other place in Zapik Village that I didn't actually... Oh, I didn't talk to you, sir. Old man Pablo is sleep fishing. Alright, there is nothing else in Zapik Village for me. Think. No, there is. I didn't check this place, did I? Vienna's in a bad way. The thieves have been on a rampage there lately. Guess it's because that's where all the rich folks live. Hey, you've been to the lakeshore? It's so pretty. You should go see it for yourself sometime. The pier especially is the perfect spot for basking in the sun. But you gotta go early or someone else will beat you to it. Out in the western fields, there are two giant trees. One is towards the south, the other is west of the old mine. When I was young, I used to go out and pick delicious fruit all the time. Wish I could do that again. Well, we saw the one to the south. I won't check for the west one yet. No, we're not going to check the west one yet. Also, hey, we got another level. We are doing pretty good for levels. And Curloids now die in one hit. So that's actually very beneficial. As do the Ray Bolts. So yeah, the areas in this the enemies in this first area, they're not a problem anymore. We won't be able to get new gear yet by the time I make it to Vienna. But what we can do, as I mentioned, is what I came here for. So we're going to pick up a wing. This is a strange one. If you use it, it'll warp you back to town from anywhere in the land. That is why I want it. It's our emergency get-out-of-jail-free card. Oh, thank you. And let's look at a mirror. This mirror has the power to freeze monsters in time, but it's delicate. Use it too often, and it'll shatter. Yeah, we'll pick up the mirror. I don't know if I'll use it, but I'm going to keep it on hand, just in case. So that sapphire ring belongs to Donis. Good thing I found it then. It gives me a warm feeling to know I can help someone out, you know? And then he just tells me more about the thieves. Didn't mean to talk to you. Alright. We're going to go ahead and make a save here. And now we're going back to that shrine and heading on in. And, you know, killing everything that we come across on our way. Now, what is that? Oh, there is another chest over there that I want to go get. So, actually, we're going to go look for that chest first. And, actually, yeah, no, we're going to go for that chest first. And before I end up actually buying new armor, there is one thing to note. There are some side quests that can happen based off of where you are in the game. There's no real clues as to when you can do them. You just have to sort of know and talk to NPCs, and they tell you that, hey, I need XYZ done. Alright, so that is the first chest. So the other one has to be farther south. That is not a hidden path. As I said, I am going to kill everything. Just because it's experience. However, I am also getting, if you notice, I am losing HP each time. So I'm not doing great in the hit them but don't get hit category. Well, let's regain our health. Max of 80. Oh, but that chest is locked, so I actually cannot do anything with it yet. So remember, we have a locked chest near the southern Rhoda tree. Is there anything else around here? Does not look like it. Alright, so back to our ritual plan. Into the shrine. And also directly into that ray ball. Also, I will say, I do enjoy the music in all of these games. E6 honestly has the music I've enjoyed the most so far, but I also haven't played 7, 8, or 9 of the series. Currently, this game is up to this series is up to its 9th installment. But the gameplay changes greatly, and some of the games I either won't be able to play, or I won't be playing their original versions, just like with this. Even though this isn't the original version, it's basically a remake trying to recreate the original version as best as they could. However, these 3 and 4 have remakes that put the same story of the original games there, but use a new combat system entirely. So that's what I'll be doing for those games. And before we head on in, we're going to just make another safety save. Oh yeah, that's another annoying thing. You hit up, and then you're in the shrine, but if you hit up, if you keep on holding up, you just exit the shrine immediately. But we are now in the shrine, and we go to the one golden statue, and that lets us actually enter the shrine proper. That chest is locked. Now, we begin exploring The Mountain Shrine. We got a ruby. Ruby, what are you? A ruby set in gold. Its condition is virtually flawless. Good to know. Just sort of snaking through. And there is a door over here. That'll use the shrine key. So that is why you had to talk to Jebba before you came in here. Also, first boss. So, this guy, you just sort of have to run into. And the main thing that hurts you is the fire wall, or the fire coming out from the sides, I should say. Also, if you notice, I'm not really doing a lot of damage to him yet. So I may actually be underleveled or undergeared for this. This is what I'm saying of, it really, your gear and level really matter. And we are dead. Unfortunate. So, we're going to go ahead and load. And like I said, when you die, you go back to where your last save point was. So, we are going to do a little bit of grinding now. I'm going to try to grind out enough to buy at least one more piece of gear. Honestly, I'm going to probably get a sword. Though actually before that, I am going to check one thing. We're going to head back to the first village, Barbado, because I think I may be able to get a quest which will give me a better sword than that longsword that I can purchase. I'm not positive. I know eventually that quest is available, but I'm not sure if it's available right now. But we're taking out some enemies, getting some money. Almost have enough to buy at least one piece of equipment. Come on. But one thing I will say, if you play these games, expect to need to grind at points, unfortunately. Unless you are playing on very low difficulty modes, you need to grind, unfortunately, to reach the stat caps that the game is expecting you to have. Sometimes you'll do 0 damage because you're one level too low, then you gain a level and you suddenly do enough damage to take out enemies easily. I want to hammer home that part of this series. Alright, we are back at the first field. Even though those guys aren't giving much money, like, I think I'm going the wrong way. I think they're giving like 18 gold. Let's see, 33. They're giving 10 gold, and the Treants are giving 6. So it's not a lot. So don't go too far out of your way once they're super easy. But if they're near your path, still go ahead and kill them because that money does add up. Alright, we're at Barbado Port. You know what, let's go say hi to the Doctor and Ayla again. That sword. Fair enough. You want to see Asteria with your own eyes, do you? If you're that determined, I don't plan to stop you. But please, be careful. First the storm wall, then the monsters. What's next? A plague of locusts? Yet, you're still with us. Seems like the hand of fate is guiding you. Fools rush in, though. Best chat with the townfolk. You might learn something valuable. And that is actually very important. You want to talk to people. Hurt again? Just 'cause you're young and dashing does not mean you're invincible, okay? Oh, it's just a scratch. Some salve will do you just fine. There we are. Try not to strain yourself. You need your strength. How about medicine? They're still out of the plant. That's right. You're going out again. Take care of yourself, Adol. And while we are here, let's go ahead and talk to Slaff again. Adol, it's pretty cold of you to leave without even saying goodbye. Still, you're feeling better, so I'll overlook it. This time. Next time, though, you better drop in before you go, or I'll bust you up. Hey, you seem well. How's Hysteria looking? If there's ever anything troubling you, feel free to come on by. Alright, that's all from you. One of our jobs is to escort people between places like Miena and Zapik village. The monsters tend to avoid me, yet always attack the villagers I'm escorting from behind without fail. Cunning bastards. Guess the only way to protect others is by putting yourself between them and the enemy. That is important to know, for later we will have escort quests. Monsters pretty much never hit us here, but the fact remains they easily could. You can never tell what they're thinking. Our little port town isn't behind walls like Miena, so it falls on us to keep the place safe. In a sense, it's like we're Barbados' walls. Alright, can I go into the armory now? I don't think so. If only I were bigger. I'd join the militia and wipe out all the monsters with my awe-inspiring legendary blade. Whenever we want to go to Miena and play, the woman next door always stops us. She says it's because the demons might get us, and I say, let them try. We'll beat them black and blue. She's got some spunk. Nope, I cannot go into the armory yet. Well, let's see about this this bar, I should say. How was Miena? Not for the monsters, we could go and spread our wings and explore a little easily. So very bored. If you should find anything of interest, please be sure to tell me about it. But yeah, that's about as useful as oh, right, from her other thing. I told him, if I told him I wanted to join, he'd be all like, the militia is not for kids. But he seems nice, and I guess he's right. By the way, how old are you? Huh? You're 17? That's only a year older than me. If he'll let you in, then why not me? I wonder what caused the storm wall. If we knew that, we might be able to get rid of it. Alright, so, as I mentioned, I'm going to have to do a little bit of grinding here. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut away for that. I'll come back if there's anything interesting that occurs. But for now, like I said, we will meet back once I've earned... Actually, you know what? No, we're not going to cut away quite yet. I'm not that far off, so I'm just going to go up north, get enough money for this new sword, and see if that is enough to make that enemy just be a piece of cake. Come on, need some rainbows. They're the ones that give me a little bit more money. And there we go. Alright, let's buy that sword and then we're going to try the shrine again. And if I fail miserably, well, then I will go ahead and actually cut away at that point to do some grinding. Here it is. Did I go into this place? Yes, I did. Okay. Alright, let's get that new sword. Let's buy a weapon. That longsword. Longsword is well suited to combat. Thing. Right, I already read this before. Ah, thank you. Come again. I'm sorry. The heart of the crystal shrine is like a star in the night sky. Alright, well, what we want is equip. And that increases our strength by 10. Did it actually equip? I think I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. It is now equipped. Alright. Let's go take on this shrine again. See if we can beat our first boss. If not, like I said, I'm going to be grinding on those, the suits of armor, whose names I have already forgotten. Man, I do enjoy just the very quick, you feel so much stronger that this game does provide. Alright, we're back at the Peak Village. You know, actually, before we go to the shrine, let's let the mayor know that the thieves say they didn't steal his thing. You mean to tell me it wasn't the thieves? They're not the ones who stole the silver bell? How am I supposed to believe that? Who else would do such a thing? I suppose there was that man in the black cape, whom several villagers saw on the mountain road. Alright, you're telling me the same thing again. So, that is the second or third mention of a man in a black cape. I don't think it's Sephiroth, though. Because if it was, they probably would have mentioned the long silver hair. Considering, you know, they mentioned Adol's fiery red hair. Alright. I forgot about that part. And if you do want to leave the shrine, you just go back into that gold statue and you're back at the entrance. Alright, we're going to pick up the ruby. And now, a little bit of backtracking. Well, technically backtracking, but it is forward progression this time. As it is making our way to the door. And we are going to make a save here. I'll use the shrine key. Alright, so let's take bets. Am I going to make it this time? There you are. A little bit more damage. Actually, significantly more, so I might be able to do it this time. I just have to be careful and not run into the fire like an idiot. There we go. Look how much more damage I'm doing with just that upgraded sword. Before I was doing almost nothing. This time, he's almost dead. Oh, but so am I because I made a mistake right there. Get cocky and, get punished for it. Oh, jeez. That is one thing to note. These fires are a pain. Oh, I can only take one more hit. I don't think I'm making it through. Nope, not this round. But we saved directly outside. So, since we have the confidence we can do this, two hits. Three hits. There we go. There we go. As you know, if I'm at the top of the screen, he's going to spawn at the bottom. If I'm at the bottom, he's going to spawn at the top. So you can use that to try to get it so that you can hit him, hopefully. One more hit for him and he is done for. And there we go. First boss down. Level up and a full heal. And for no explicit reason, that, wall just exploded. Let's go ahead and make a save. We're going to save in a second file. So, with this, I'm now going to go ahead and show what that fight would look like at 60 FPS, just to show the difference between the two fights. Here's the boss at 60 FPS. You notice the flames are just a little bit slower, and at the start, I didn't point this out, they actually do not even come out to the center point. So that helps make this a little bit easier. But the more you damage him, the farther the flames will eventually start coming out. But you do want to be careful. You want to get him more than you get hit, as always, because the damage on you racks up faster than the damage you put on him. But sometimes you do get some nice hits like that, but other times, like right there, he will just still spawn and you won't be able to get him at all. Stop spawning on the left. If I was over more to the right there, I could have gotten him. And there we go. I think 2 more hits based off of the 144 FPS, and I should have him. 1 more hit. And we got it. And that is this boss at 60 FPS. Alright. And now with that, we will actually go ahead and call this episode here. Next time, we will explore deeper into the shrine. Thank you all very much for watching, and take care.